What are the 6 most important things you need to have when riding an e-bike? Riders, welcome back to Sam's Bikes, where you know it, we only talk e-bikes. And on this episode, we're talking about the 6 items must-haves for riding an e-bike. As we know, we're going through an e-bike revolution, and 30 to 40% of riders riding e-bikes are actually new to mountain biking. So I thought I'd put together my 6 must-have items when I'm riding my e-bike. And riders, before I get into it, I just want to say there is a link to all the items talked about in this show. I do earn a small commission, but it does help the channel grow. So with this list, it's in no particular order. I think you need all of these products before you go out for your e-bike ride. Number 1, a good quality helmet. A good helmet when you're riding a mountain bike is paramount. I personally would recommend a convertible helmet where it's basically a full face and an open face at the same time. And also, there's a technology called MIPS, which actually you can't see it in here, but has like a shell inside a shell. So when you have a crash, instead of your head taking the full impact, your head kind of slides, like the inside shell slides on the outside shell and actually takes away the impact, and it really does work. And 2 helmets that I can recommend is I'm actually riding at the moment with the Giro SWITCHBLADE. Now this is around 950 grams and it's a very good helmet. I feel more protection with this helmet, and my last helmet I had was a Bell Super DH. It's 100 grams lighter and it is better for riding in hot conditions. It is DH rated, both these helmets are DH rated, but I felt less safe with the Bell. But saying that, this is a heavier helmet and in summer, sometimes you do suffer. Both helmets are a great option. And number 2, a good pair of riding shoes. E-bikes are heavier by around 10 kilos, and I kind of feel that you need stronger shoes. You know, like when we're riding a motorbike, we wear big boots. I kind of feel that you do need stronger shoes, even if you're not riding really hard, because things can go wrong. And I ride with 510 FREERIDER Pros, and they're not the most hardcore, but they're kind of like the middle of the 510 range. And I find them a very good compromise between safety and comfort. Definitely can recommend them. And there's also a new kid on the block, Ride Concept. These guys are making massive waves in the mountain bike industry, and they're definitely worth a look. And number 3, some good knee pads. A lot of people get funny and very particular about knee pads. For me, I think in 2020, most knee pads are pretty good. You kind of want to go for Enduro style knee pads. So they're a little bit smaller and they'll be more comfortable to ride with and still give you protection. Where the downhill rated knee pads are much bigger and they're gonna be harder to pedal in. These are the latest ones I'm riding with, the Ixus, and I find them pretty good. But as I said, any knee pads will do the job, just get some. Number 4, a backpack. A good backpack is so handy when you're riding. It's true, a lot of people don't like riding with a backpack, and you can actually store everything on your bike with little straps and stuff like that. I personally like riding with a backpack. This is the Evoc FREERIDER Enduro. It actually has a built-in back protection. For me, the back protection is super important. I find it a very comfortable backpack because it's quite low profile, but it's still big enough to put a lot of stuff in, so you can overpack it, which is not a good idea. But also if you put the right amount in, it holds 3 liters. I normally ride with 1 or 2 liters. I never really ride with 3 because it's too heavy. But it's really definitely worth it. They are expensive backpacks, but these are the best on the market and I've tried quite a few. And number 5, gloves. I know it's very self-explanatory, but I don't leave the house without them. And my money goes to Fox Dirt Paw. Look, if I'm 100% honest, these gloves don't last long enough. Fox, if you're listening, make them stronger just through the index finger, because they always break there. But these gloves are so comfortable, and I actually go for a smaller size So it's kind of, for me, like almost like extra support. You know, it's like you're wearing a wrist strap or something. So I definitely rate these gloves, but as I said, they could last longer. And lucky last, number 6, a toolkit. I'm gonna group this all together because you need all of this when you go riding on your e-bike. These bikes have batteries and we ride a long way. You do not want to be stranded somewhere. And you also don't want to be that guy that's stopping people and saying, hey, you got a pump? Hey, you got a tube? So first off, a tube. And if you're riding mullet, make sure you get a multi-fitting tube. This one's a SCHWALBE and this fits a 29 and a 27. So a tube. Some good tire levers. On e-bikes, we know the casing's thicker on the tires, so get some good ones that don't bend and break while you're out. This one's a winner, and I could sell this for a lot of money out on the trail. This is a quick link. So if you break your chain out in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna need a quick link to get it going again. And a quick link is €1 or €2. Just order a couple and keep them in your backpack. They're super small. And a pro tip, if you can't close the quick link, use the cranks. So put both brakes on, make sure the quick link is very close to the front cog. Put both brakes on, as I said, and put down force on the pedals. And this will give you more leverage to stretch the chain and it will close that link. But a quick link when you're riding e-bikes is a must. And next, a pump or CO2. Look, either will work. CO2 will give you one shot, so make sure you take a couple of CO2 canisters. And a pump will give you less pressure, but will give you air all day if you need it. So I probably would go for a pump if I was picking one. And this one's a really good one. I've had it for a couple of years. And you want to make sure you don't get a cheap pump because it can take you forever to pump your tire up. Now this is an important one. On e-bikes we know we have more weight, which results in more punches. I had never used this on a normal mountain bike ever, which is strange because I know they're super popular now. So this is a plug. So basically it comes with little rubber plugs that you use. You have like a little screwdriver spear thing. So you put some rubber in the spear. And then when if you've got a puncher, you can see the sealant spitting out everywhere. You grab the rubber and you stab it in. It will actually plug your hole, which is super handy out in the trail. And I cannot live without this on my e-bike. And lucky last, a multi-tool. Any multi-tool will work. You just want to make sure you have pretty much every size Allen key that your bike has. So that's it for my 6 must-have items before I leave the front door with my e-bike. And riders, if you're thinking about buying these products, as I said, the list is below. And if you buy from those links, I do earn a little commission and it does help the channel. And thanks again for watching. It really means a lot. If you haven't, subscribe, like, share the channel. It really means a lot. And stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.